Former Xolani employee Xolani Nciza was at the Madlanga Commission today testifying against Brigadier Julius Mkhwanazi and his team for allegedly being involved with the criminal kingpin Matlala. The Madlanga Commission has had allegations that suspended EMPD acting chief Brigadier Julius Mkhwanazi fabricated a memorandum of understanding MOU to grant policing powers to a private security company linked to alleged criminal kingpin Matlala. Former Xolani Human Resources head Xolani Nciza told the Commission the document was a fraudulent draft, falsely presented as an official agreement between the municipality and Matlala's firm, CATVIP. There is no memorandum of understanding that existed between the municipality and the CATVIP. What existed was a draft, and a draft is simply that, Nciza testified. He said the forged MOU and the blue light scheme formed part of a coordinated attempt to legitimize CATVIP's operations, giving the company cover to operate as if it were an arm of law enforcement. Nciza told the Commission that internal accountability was deliberately blocked. Guys. He named EMPD HR head Linda Gashega, who resisted taking action against Mkhwanazi, and former city manager Imogen Mashazi, who allegedly intervened to protect him. When I tried to extend Mkhwanazi's suspension, Mashazi phoned me angrily and said, "You think this municipality is yours?" Nciza said. It was clear she didn't want him touched. In April 2023, Nciza approved a disciplinary tribunal to probe Mkhwanazi and other EMPD's officials for theft, robbery and extortion, kidnapping and bribery. But the process was halted after IPID warned that pending arrest could disrupt proceedings. The Commission had how the municipality faced corruption, collusion and abuse of authority. So it is alleged that Julius Mkhwanazi was using his power, to do all these things and to protect and work with the criminal Matlala. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video and comment and let me know what you think about this. Seems like our state resources are being misused, and people like Matlala are living the luxury. They are the real runners of the country. Everything goes their way and they are not touched. They're protected by the same people that are hired by the municipality to serve and to protect us, the same people that are being paid by our taxes. So kindly let me know what you think about this in the comment section, and watch a clip of former employee Xolani Nciza testifying at the Madlanga Commission. Thank you so much. I will see you on the next video.
Absence of what you have described as a rational explanation for why the instruction, the Mutlogele Julia says she wants her back at work tomorrow. Is it not, if you spoke frankly and freely, is it fair to describe it as a simple abuse of authority and power?
It was not a simple abuse of authority and power.
No, what I'm saying is...
This was abuse of authority and power in the extreme.
Okay, yes. Thank you.
Especially where there is not even an engagement on the merits. Why the extension? Now, you can imagine after the call was dropped, my first instinct was to get hold of the head of department. I remember I'd been in this journey with Chief Mapia since he came back from leave in February, and there'd been numerous engagements between us regarding this particular matter. So the first instinct was to get hold of him and to relay that, hey, Munna, I've just received this call. Unfortunately, I could not get hold of him. His line was busy. But then eventually, he called me back and relayed that, hey, Munna, I've just received this call. Instead of me relaying to him that I've received this call, he started off and went at me to say, hey, Umama has called me, and this is what she's telling me, that Julius must be back at work tomorrow. Of course, he was displeased. And then I indicated to him that I also received a similar call. And in sharing our notes over the call, exactly the same thing happened to him as it had happened to me. Manager then came back. I think the final charge sheet was emailed to my office. It was just before 1. It was just before 1. Then he had called, or that he came back to me and reported that he had called Brigadier Mkhwanazi and indicated that he wants to make arrangements for the service of the charge sheet on him. However, Brigadier Mkhwanazi had informed him that he is not going to come. He's not going to meet with him, and he's not going to accept the charge sheet. And the reason why he was not going to do that was because he, Brigadier Mkhwanazi, had instructions from Dr. Mashazi, the city manager, as well as Ms. Kasheka, the HODHR, not to accept the charge sheet because that case is not going to fly.
Felt as though the city manager was ultimately far-reaching in her duties, saying that after knowing her quite for a long time and very personally, he cannot begin to understand what would change in terms of how these disciplinary processes were taking place. And not only that, he's saying that this was, of course, what would begin a long journey in regards to the protection of Mkhwanazi when it came to the allegations that he faces within the ENPD. We know, of course, now that he is suspended, and we're expecting Nciza to continue with his testimony tomorrow. Oli.
Veronica Mkhwanazi, thank you.